365, what's up? Sitting down here in the basement, going through a couple things. Thought I'd do a quick video on something I saw this morning. There was this little kid. It was on TV. It was a commercial for Optimism. And kid walks out on the baseball field, has a bucket of baseballs. He said, "I'm the greatest batter of all time." Throws the ball up, swing and a miss. He's like, "Strike one." Gets another ball out. "I'm the greatest hitter of all time." Throws the ball up, swing and a miss. Stops, turns his hat around, adjusts his hat, spits on his hand, grabs the bat, reaches down, grabs that last ball, throws it up. Before he throws it up, "I'm the greatest hitter of all time." Throws the ball up, he's got his eye on the ball, it's in slow motion, goes to connect, swing and a miss. Strike three. He sits there for a second like, man, I'm not the greatest hitter of all time. But I'm the greatest pitcher of all time, because he just struck himself out. It's all in how you look at things. No, that kid wasn't the greatest hitter of all time, but he turned it around into a positive and became the greatest hitter or the greatest pitcher of all time because he struck himself out. I often come on here and tell these stories of things I've been through. A lot of my things where I went through basic training, went through the military, and that was some of my toughest times. But there's times that I go through tougher times that I realize I made it through that so I can make it through anything. I went through divorce as a child, and that was a tough thing for me to do. But it also, as I've told in other stories, helps me deal with being a step-parent and just being a parent. I went through a divorce as an adult. It was a tough time, just the whole process of filling out paperwork, knowing that your life's going to be flipped upside down for yourself, for your kids, for your family. That was a tough time. You know, I don't ever come on here and bash the situation, but I learned from it, and I tell my story because it's come back to help others in many, many, many cases that have gone through divorce. I've mentioned that before. When you're going down a dark tunnel, it's always nice that someone can reach out of that dark corner and say, "Hey, come this way. I've been down here. That's not the way to go, but come this way. It helped me." I've run into a couple people over the weekend that say, "Hey, I don't always go on and comment on your stories, but I love what you're doing. Keep doing it because it's helped me. It's helped my kids." And that's why I do it. I don't do it for my own gratification of sticking my chest out. "Hey, look, I made it through this and I can do anything." I can't. I still have my off days. But I do it because, like I've said recently, I think God's put us here not only just to live our life, turn our lessons from our losses into lessons, not just for ourselves, because not everybody can learn from their lessons. But I think God puts us on here to learn through our losses because he knows somebody else is going to go through that same thing. And if they see someone that's made it, it helps them. So I think that's why we were put here, is to live life, to learn life, and to pass it on. So next time you throw up that ball and you're on that ball field by yourself, literally in life, or literally, figuratively, you're sitting in life and you throw that ball up and it's the third strike, don't look at it like you just struck out. Look at it like you just had the best pitch of your game. It's all in how you look at things. So that's all I got for this holiday weekend on this Sunday. Don't be afraid to tell your story. It's not that you're bragging about it, but someone's listening and someone's going to appreciate what you've been through, and it's going to help them. So keep living life, keep learning life, keep teaching life. Love you guys. I'm out. Inspire 365.